Hi, ever wonder what it's like to work another profession or live in the underworld? Listen to unsuspecting riders give a 10 to 15 minute personal masterclass as I spontaneously interview them as they enter my taxi. I'm your host, Simon Rushton, and this is Taxi Chronicles. Morning. Yes, we're back with another rider, another episode. Today we have the lovely Melissa, all the way from Canada, Toronto, with her nice new trainers on. I noticed, sneakers. They're immaculate. They look like she just got them out of the box. And she's a student here, and we've had a nice little chit chat about her experience living here, and I just thought it'd be nice for the audience to hear about life. Nice to have you here.
Hi, nice to be here.
First things first, what kind of person were you when you were in school?
In school now or in school back home in Canada?
School back home in Canada, younger.
As a kid growing up?
Yep, as a kid growing up.
I would say I was more diligent than I am now. I skip more now. And I was more focused, but I feel like I'm a quicker learner as now than I was before.
What made you become a quicker learner?
I learned how to retain information better and faster.
Okay, you got any techniques?
I would say do the lectures, do the workshop tasks, and then revise them once over, and then that's how you get it into your long-term memory, which is what helps. Before, I would just do it, and then I would just forget about it. But if you go over it once, you're good.
What was life like for you in Canada?
I like it back home. My family's there, my friends are there. Obviously it snows a lot, it's really cold, but there's always activities to do, and I would say it's fun there. And if you ever want to go away, you just go to the States, but I like it better here.
Okay. But don't you miss your family and friends?
Of course I miss my family and friends. If they were here, I would never go back.
Okay, that's interesting. do you encourage them? Have they come over to visit you?
A few of my friends did come visit me last year before COVID, but now they can't because of sorry, my friends just messaged me. Because of COVID, they can't just leave work and isolate for 2 weeks and then go back and isolate for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. But yeah, I do still encourage them, but they don't want to risk it.
Okay. What did they think of England?
Oh, they loved England. And when my friend came last year, we went to Paris, Italy, and Amsterdam. And she was also in London with me, and she loved Europe overall. She's like, I want to come live with you.
Okay, and you said your friends are working. What kind of jobs are they doing there?
So my one friend, she's in real estate school right now, and she's a court reporter on the side. My other friend is a behavioral therapist, so she works with autistic kids. And then my other friend is a interior designer.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my three main girls.
Okay.
Oh, and one more. So she's also a real estate. I have my fourth girl. She's in real estate.
You don't want to miss someone out in case they hear this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I have had another girl of mine. She actually moved here too, but she met someone and she found love. So I see her periodically.
Okay. So that's inevitable. That's inevitable.
Yeah.
What are you studying now here?
Law. I'm in law school here.
Okay. And you spoke about the reasons why you're studying?
Yeah, so back home in Canada, you have to do your undergrad for 4 years, and then you go to law school for 3 to 4 years. So it's 8 years. It could be 7 to 8 years depending on how fast you do it. But here, you could if I knew prior, I wouldn't have done my undergrad. I would have came straight here and done 3 years. But since I did my undergrad, they're allowing me to do a 2-year accelerated program.
Mm-hmm.
So it's faster.
Okay. Do many people know about that? Do your friends who are studying the same course as you? Or?
Well, none of us knew prior. We just found out recently before coming here.
In Canada, do you pay for your higher education fees, or are they free?
No, we pay for them.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Is it cheaper than here?
With the currency exchange, I would say that it's not, but if you like compare it, it's about the same. So it was like 10K a year for university, which is about the same here. It's like six to eight grand pounds. Yeah.
Oh, so you pay British fees then?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
you're part of the Commonwealth?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good for you. I wouldn't want to pay anything, but I understand.
I know, nobody would.
I understand that. So once you graduate, where do you see yourself going?
I'm going to go back home to Canada. I'm just going to do the accreditation exams. And then maybe I'll do my master's of law. We'll see. But I'm going to go practice there since I've networked there. I think it would be really hard to like start here.
Really? Why?
Because you have to do the LPC program, which is a whole other year. And then you have to get a training contract, which is extremely competitive. So I haven't networked at all here. I don't know any lawyers.
Yeah, okay. Well, one thing I would say, so I've interviewed quite a few lawyers, is what they say about when for the younger people like yourself who are coming up, you just offer your services as work experience for free. You get in the door. No one's going to say no to free work.
Yeah, but you see, I've done that in Canada. When I was 17, 18, I worked for free underneath a lawyer, and that's how I started like networking with other lawyers, and then I started getting paid work. So I feel like just starting from the bottom here would be too much.
It's a different country.
Yeah, exactly.
Different country, and having maybe, I don't know how the lawyer industry works, but having graduated in England and having that experience and that network is going to be much more valuable than just having it in one country.
You're right, actually.
Do you see what I mean? So you could go across, you could network, you could say,
be like international.
Do you understand? And then you got UN law, all these different things. You could decide, I want to be working in Australia or New Zealand for a while.
I would love to work in Australia.
You know what I mean? But if you don't do that, put in the work. That is a minor.
Yeah.
That is a minor. Think of this. You're better off going to work for free for someone in the industry you're in than really paying for a degree.
Yeah.
Because the degree doesn't guarantee you the job.
No, it doesn't. Networking does.
Thank you. The work experience does.
Yeah, exactly.
They see your work ethic. So I wouldn't watch that. I would get in there, put those things out there, and if they've seen you over here already, you're more than likely probably going to get offered positions. Yeah,
more opportunities too, right?
Yeah, and the next thing you know, you're dealing with some major cases. Are you looking at corporate law or
criminal?
Criminal, okay.
Yeah, because I've worked with criminal lawyers. That's why.
Okay, but I suppose in Canada, can you go from one to the other?
Yeah, you could.
America?
You could.
Here you can't.
You can? You have to choose one?
Yeah, you choose one.
Yeah, actually, I know about that because here you either do the barrister exam or the solicitor exam, but back home you do both.
Yeah.
So you can be either or.
So, but if you're a criminal, right, they don't get paid as much because they're on the state thing. But then this is what a lawyer said to me yesterday during the interview, that people perceive lawyers as getting paid a lot of money, but most lawyers don't. He said, I can't remember.
Why?
He said most lawyers don't because, especially in the criminal sector, because you're not, the government's paying you to protect people.
Yeah, they're legal aid lawyers.
Yeah, legal aid who can't afford it anyway and probably did it.
Yeah, those legal aid lawyers are so under-resourced. I heard criminal law here is like awful because everyone takes like the government payout.
You see? So, and that thing, unless you've got
but back home it's not like that.
Yeah. But like, still, the experience would be good.
Yeah, the experience would be good. So I'll look into it. Thank you.
Take that thing like that. What would you say you've learned since you've come to England that you wish you knew when you started?
Like in life in general, or just
both?
Both. I wish I learned how expensive it is here. It is so expensive, but that's probably it.
Do you live where I picked you up?
Yeah, Central.
That's why.
Yeah, that is literally why. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that like London rent prices are 400 times more expensive than like the suburbs than outside of London and stuff.
Yeah, well, it's also about commuting as well.
Yeah.
So you could, depends on what part of London you want to live, but you could live in East London, for instance. I don't know how much rent you pay a rent for the room or the flat. You rent a flat?
Yeah, in a flat. I'm with another girl.
So,
I have a roommate.
What, you pay like £1,000 a month or something?
I think it's $2,000 a month.
What? For
Yeah.
you? Just you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I rented a room once before and I was paying £580.
For a month?
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah, so
See?
you can rent one of these flats here. We're on the...
Yeah, see, we didn't even
just coming up to Shepherd's Bush, by the way.
But I had never been here prior to coming here,
Yeah,
so I
but
didn't
you
even
can
know.
look into that.
Yeah.
I'll look into that.
It's my last year, so.
Alright,
And I already signed the contract and everything. It's okay.
well...
But I wish I had known
Yeah,
prior.
and if you do stay longer because of the job,
Yeah.
yeah, and if your parents are paying that $2,000, which you probably are, then you
know, OSAP is.
Huh?
OSAP. It's like the Canadian student loans.
Okay,
My
because it still saves so much money, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
Because
a lot of money.
think about it, you're saving 3/4 of that money, more or less, every month.
Yeah,
Now,
literally.
it
adds up.
Times that by 24. Because you've been here for 2 years.
Yeah, that would have saved a lot.
You'd have been traveling a lot.
I know, but COVID happened too.
Yeah, okay.
Haven't been traveling, shopping, just been.
Well, you probably want to make investments, really.
Yeah, I know.
I
should. I know.
Stuff, fix that out. Okay.
I agree with you.
So, my last question is, what's the impact you want to have in the world?
The impact. So when I go back home, the reason I want to do my master's is so that I can get into the wrongful convictions, the Innocence Project.
Okay.
In Toronto, which is about they focus on wrongful convictions, and I want to get into that, do that pro bono on the side while I do my own work, while I make my own money, and like that, I want to reverse all the mistakes that the judicial system has made upon all these people and like wrongfully convicted them.
Can I give you a little tip?
Yeah.
You're, as a young person, when you get into the law, even this progression now, start a YouTube channel about law.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason why, you just talk about your experience in law and what you've learned. And I guarantee you, that's my daughter, sorry. I guarantee you that you will get a big audience following, because everybody, regardless of walks of life, goes through some issues at some time. So if you're given free advice, say you're saying like the vlog for the day would be a 2-minute vlog. Did you know that in such and such a date, all cases regarding are not valid anymore?
Yeah, just talk about like new legislation and amendments and stuff.
Those kind of things. But you see people start to follow you, start to switch on, especially if you're talking about divorce, or maybe that's not criminal necessarily, but
yeah,
that all adults, a high percentage of adults get married and go through the sad process of divorce. They'll be watching you.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean? I'll do it.
And then they see your...
My friend actually, one of my friends brought that up too. She was like, you should do this.
They'll see your flow. They'll see your flow and what you're about, and they'll be impressed and happy. Before you know it, you know?
Maybe I'll make money off YouTube.
You will be.
There are some lawyers that are on TikTok right now, and they just like show what they do, and like all the prep work, and like going to court.
Are they older?
Yeah, they're older, and like they're blowing up, so.
Yeah, so that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
But you want to get there now as a young person so people can develop with you.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I'm like, get within it right now.
Yeah, and then people networking. So also a company will...
Whoa.
Also a company will be like, if you've got a reputation and you've got a big following, they will want to latch onto that. They may try and say, well, we want to make sure that you only put things out that we approve. Now, that's where the bargaining comes in.
Yeah.
You say, well, actually, I don't really need, I could go to anything, so it goes by where I want to work, not how you want things to work.
And they'll need you, so I feel like they bargain in your favor.
Publicity, they may say, can you run our own podcast, or can you do our own social media as well on the side, or whatever. And then you just employ a team for the bits that you don't want to do.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You see? Yeah.
I'll look into it.
Okay.
I'll probably do it. I've never really been one to like YouTube and stuff, but honestly, why not?
Just try it.
It's gonna educate the public and stuff.
Yeah, and that's your big thing, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
And then you link yourself with other people, the wrongful convictions people, before you know it, And if you have connections here, because you've
Yeah.
done your work experience, you have connections in Canada, America's only a doorstep away, then before you know it, you're probably a multi-millionaire in what you're doing, and you're helping people.
That's the big picture. But yeah, I hope so.
But anyway, it's been great talking to you.
Yeah, it was
We
great
wish you
talking
well
to you.
in what
Thank
you're
you.
trying to do. And we hope to see you on YouTube.
I hope so too.
We hope you liked that interview. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to get the latest daily episode. Ever considered investing in the continent with the fastest growing economy and population on Earth? The same continent that holds 30% of the world's known natural resources? Then listen to our sister podcast, Africa Investor Stories, where you will hear real investors with real stories from around the world share their experience of investing in Africa. We post Monday and Thursday at 10 a.m.